Okay, students, so this is for those with an 89 titanium. We're going to be trying to estimate mu when sigma is unknown. We're going to need t-test and t-interval for hypothesis test and a corresponding confidence interval. So in the 89 titanium, you want to be into your statistics menu. Whenever you do any kind of test, you're going to go into the testing screen, which is F6. And we want a t-test because sigma is unknown. Now you can either enter statistics, which we're going to need to because in this particular example we were given statistics, or you can select data, meaning raw data, meaning the data entered into your list. So I'm going to select statistics. It's going to bring up mu naught, that's 11.52 in this particular example. That's your alternative hypothesis and null hypothesis value. It's going to bring up x bar, which is 7.42, and it's going to ask you for the standard deviation for the sample, denoted S sub x, which is 1.3 in this example, and then it'll prompt you for an n value, which is 10. Now it wants you to select your alternative hypothesis. That's the symbol right here. We have a less than symbol. That's all good, and it'll bring up a p-value, a very small p-value. Let me bring it over here where I can actually read it. It is a p-value of 0.000002. And of course it's definitely less than alpha, and we will reject H naught, and of course write a conclusion. Now over here I did the same example with the 83, 84 plus in a different video, and they have pretty much the same p-value. They're showing more digits because of their scientific notation, but it's essentially the same p-value if these guys were to round. Okay, so same p-value. And for a confidence interval, you of course want to go into your interval menu, which is in F7. So second F2 to bring up F7. And we want a t-interval, again, because sigma is unknown. And again, we have statistics in this particular example. If you have data, use data. Make sure your x bar is the x bar you want. Make sure the standard deviation is the standard deviation you want. And the n value is the n value you want, which it is. And then the c level is 0.95 for this particular one, because I want a 95% confidence interval. And whatever interval you're working with, just enter that in. Hit OK, and usually you have to do it twice on these intervals, and it'll bring up a confidence interval. Let me bring it over here. It always puts it at the very top. It says C int. So let's see what it says. It says 6.49 to 8.35, and that's the confidence interval. It's a 95% confidence interval for the population mean rainfall. And again, if you look over here with the 83, 84 pluses, they got the same exact interval. So calculator's doing its job. They're both equivalent as far as what they can do in this situation. But that's how you access that information using an 89 titanium.